Today, Kayla Henderson from Alpine Vet is coming out to float Spitfire's teeth. She has been looking pretty skinny, and when she eats her grain, she is losing most of it. Kayla is going to walk us through the process step by step. Horses' teeth should be floated once a year to be maintained.
So horses' teeth, instead of like ours, we grow our baby teeth and they come out and they're there and then they fall out.
Mm-hmm.
And then we grow adult teeth and they're out, and that's how they are forever. Horses' teeth, when they're babies, they're way up here and they're this big. And they just erupt over time, and as they eat more and more and more, they just grind down and down and down until they're just little nubbins in their head. And so hers are about halfway there. Like she's ground off, that much of her tooth. And what happens when they grind like that, because you can see a horse jaw, they eat, when they chew, they eat like this.
Yeah.
And so some of them will grind differently, or if they're on bad feed or good feed, depending, they'll get their teeth sharp and off angle. So then we have to go in there and just smooth them out again so that they don't hurt their cheeks or hurt their tongues and their lips. And if they are hurting, a lot of them won't chew very well, so then they can't digest their food, so then they get really thin. Or they'll chew and it'll be incorrect, and they'll drop all the food they just chewed because they can't move their cheeks and their tongue correctly either. So that's why we float them, try to keep those teeth even and in good condition so they can live until they're 30.
And so eventually when they're old, do they just wear their teeth down to nothing?
Yeah, if they get old enough, they'll be little nubbins.
Really?
And you can't even float them anymore. There's nothing there. How you doing today? So I'm going to look at her gums first and make sure those look good. This also kind of tests how she likes fingers in her face, which a lot of them don't, but she's being really tolerant, so that's good. And her gums look good. Now I'm going to feel her pulse right here, because I have to sedate them in order to check their teeth and do a good job of their teeth. So I want to make sure that their hearts are healthy, and that their hearts and their bodies can handle the sedation. We just make sure she doesn't have any murmurs or arrhythmias. So now I'm going to give her medication, and I have to get in her vein, which is very hard to find when they're hairy, fluffy beasts. Good grief. And then I just give her the medicine right into her vein. And she was really good for that.
Yeah, she was.
And now we wait. Water, left leg. Getting some water. We're gonna have to rinse her teeth. She was eating.
So she's kind of sleepy now.
Your fingers to work out here. You're terrible. So we'll just give her a couple of good rinses. Sister. Comes out. That way it doesn't mess up my float either. At least it was good hay. Rinse, rinse, flush, flush.
Oh, yeah.
We're rinsing out all of her lunch. We won't have anything left. Don't drink it. She's drinking it. You're hilarious. I just squirty squirt in her face. Sorry, darling. Okay. but she's pretty awake. Normally I like them to be a little bit more sleepy, but we'll put the speculum on and we'll see just how awake she is. And you can just wrap that over my neck. Sorry if I it might work. So then this is our speculum. This is nice because it will hold her mouth open so she doesn't crush my fingers or my float instruments.
She's like, yeah, she does.
She looks like she just woke up. This is not exactly closed.
Need me to hold it?
So you careful, this will pinch you. It'll pinch like crazy. So you have to be really careful with this. Okay. So now we need to put her teeth on the top, on the bottom, just like that. And then you tighten it up. That way she can't get those teeth. You see how they sit in there? And she's got pretty bad hooks on her incisors. So I had to just readjust that. I will fix those hooks though.
Just trying to get her tongue out.
That's okay. So I just open this up just a little bit wider, and then you can look at her teeth really, really well. She can kind of rest her jaw on that. And then it'd be nice if I had a good flashlight to show you her teeth. So you can see, pull the cheek to the side, Beth, so she can see it. Pull it way, way out. You see her teeth in there? She's got points, really bad points that I can tell so far. And, ooh.
Can I feel it?
Yeah.
Please?
So just be really careful.
So can you explain why electric is better than handheld?
So, it's a good way to put it. It's a good way to word your question because electric is not necessarily better. So it's a good way to ask. Electric is far easier than hand floating, because like what will take me probably 4 up and backs with the electric would have taken me probably 40 of like a hand float. So it's a lot quicker, but it can be more dangerous too. So you can take a whole lot more tooth than you meant to. So when they first came out with these power floats in the 90s, in the late 80s, equine vets and dentists were way overdoing it because they'd been doing hand floats their whole lives, and all of a sudden they thought that they could do power floats the same, and they ended up just destroying their teeth in some scenarios. You have to be very careful with power floats, but yes, they sure save a lot of sweat. They're lovely. They're absolutely the best, but I still use hand floats, I would say easily in 50%, and a lot of times I will use both. It's like I'll go in there with this power float and then I'll end up doing a little bit of specialty work with the hand floats.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll hold her tongue to the side. Got it. She might not even need to stand there. We'll just see. Do you hear this, darling? Uh-oh. We got juice. Okay. So I'm just gonna go in there with this rotor, and basically, so it's metal and it's a little bit rough. So I'm gonna go in there and just file off those super sharp points. just like that. I mean, it's amazing. I have to get that back one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually going to use my hand float on that one.
Okay.
If I can find it. Because I can't quite reach it with that round one. I don't know if I can find it. If not, I have a totally different keg.
She's getting heavier.
So it's always the upper outer and then the lower inner that you have to file. I'm gonna have to do quite a bit more on the lower. Sorry, buddy. She's doing awesome. She's being a very good girl for this, which is nice. It's nice when they're good for us.
Yeah.
Sorry, darling girl. Like a breeder. Perfect. Yeah, so you should go feel these now, Courtney.
Okay.
Let me just make sure I don't have a hurt tooth back there. No. She has all of her teeth and they're actually in good shape, so.
Maybe not tall enough for you. Oh,
Really, really well and all kinds of good fancy stuff. This one. This is a good head. So I can just get the edges just a little bit better with it.
okay. Up on my shoulder. Don't take off with me.
Good girl, Mama. So she was like, hold on a second. This stinking thing. I don't know what's going on with it today. There we go. Nice. Oh yeah. Okay, now I just need to hit. You can switch sides really quick. I just have to hit that last 411.
You turn back.
It's always the 411.
It's a tough one.
Just has a little spastic moment every once in a while, but she's been wonderful. Okay, let's see how that did. Beautiful. So you can see on her teeth, you see how that one has a hook?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna file that one off. And then more than likely when they have one on this side, they'll have one on the other side. So I'll take that one off too. They've got incisors in the front and then their molars start in the back.
Okay.
And the bar is where you put a bit. So their bit sits right here.
Mhm.
So that's a safe area where they can't bite you. And then you can snag their tongue. It's like sneaky. And these are easy. Line up, sister. Good girl. We're almost there. This would take forever with hand floats. Good girl. Get this up here.
You want me to get the tongue?
That's right. Yeah, maybe so, but she's gonna lick me out of there. There you go. Good girl. That's a heck of a hook. Yeah, we're getting there.
That is a big hook.
her bottom tooth is fine. So we'll probably have to work on that one every year.
Switch sides again.
Yeah, this one is really so bad. Switch. She's like, how are we doing this? How are you doing this, girls? This one isn't nearly so bad. There, that was easy.
That was really easy.
Yeah, so then in order to age them, so like her teeth, she's got cups that are just starting to disappear. So you see on these central incisors, those cups are gone. And then she's got cups still in these outer teeth. And then she's starting to get like a little bit of a Galvain's groove coming down. And you can kind of see that in here too. Does your phone show her cups on the top? You see those cups on the top?
Yep.
So that's another indication. So she's got all of her cups except for her lower central incisors. And so that I'll have to look it up, which one that tells us. But that's what you look at. You look at grooves, cups, the shape of them. Hers are square or rectangle teeth. Babies have round teeth that are really cute and pearly white. And then the Galvain's groove, by the time they're 15, it's halfway down their tooth. And by the time they're 20, it's flipped. And the bottom half of their tooth has that groove.